Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending Sunday, the 4th of June, 2023. Marvelous. That's right, friends. My name is Quack, and I am back with another fragrance rotation video. This is fantastic. Great news. I'm sure you agree. This week has seen me slightly rotate my perfumes. And now I have brought the most summery of my perfumes to the fore. And I have moved more spring stuff to the back, you know. The Aberdeen lavenders and the Prada amber Pohommes. Stuff with a little bit of heft, you know. Like stuff that can cover those cooler spring British days. And I have brought stuff that is more suited to the heat. It shan't surprise you to know that living in Britain and having summer fragrances are slightly at odds with each other because we don't necessarily have the greatest of springs. It's not ideal. Not the greatest of springs, the greatest of summers. It's not the hottest place in the world, although it was last year. It was fucking boiling, like it was too much. So I don't really have a lot of summer fragrances. That's the point I was making. Which I quite like. It's quite manageable, you know. Compared to other parts of the rotation like autumn and winter, where I've got loads of fragrances, which is also great. Although it can be a little bit sad when you pass over stuff that you really like, because there's other stuff that you love or that suits that occasion better. Anywho, let us start at the beginning. And on Monday I wore this. Once I get the cap off and have a little whiff. Oh, and this is Eau de Hermes Copper Cap. I bought this from Modesir, who is a member of Bass Notes, and I think I met him through Ramsey, and I got this for a good price, so thank you for that. This is slightly sweaty, warm, spicy citrus at the top, but like hot. It gives this kind of heat to the citrus, you know, like a hot citrus smell. It's got a lot of lavender underneath, but for me that kind of warmth never goes away. It's very, very interesting how it works, you know. A very strange kind of perfume. At the base you get this kind of leathery, slightly spicy, birchy thing going on. I should review this, but I should review a lot of perfumes and I haven't yet. Next one I think I'm going to do is going to be Dune by Dior. Anyway, a great fragrance for summer and for spring and for autumn, actually. There is a lot going on in this perfume from top and middle and bottom. I definitely get the cumin. The cumin's very pronounced on me, but it's a little bit sweaty, but not to the point of disgust, you know, because that can happen. Cumin is not my friend, I can tell you. Anyway, next up is a fragrance I think I have worn for the first time, and it is fantastic. This is a 90s It just smells like the 90s. And this is Tino Cosma Eau de Toilette. There's a little turtle. It's meant to be like, I think it's meant to be like a tie or something like that, you know? Like that's supposed to be a tie, but to me it looks like an angry mask from like the Transformers or something. Like he's coming to get you and he's just gonna bang, stick the nut on you, you know? This is awesome though. This is like it was a proper throwback fragrance, even though it's not actually a throwback because it came out at the time, you know? But it smells of that time, 1993 it came out. There is sage, lavender, bergamot. I get this kind of, do I get cologne? I'm not sure I do get cologne, but I get this lift, this kind of happiness. There's like a 90s happiness about it. It's the greatest decade in like modern Western history, you know? Like it was great if you were like British or American. It was happy. There was happier times. It was after the fall of the wall, the Berlin Wall, and it was before 9/11, you know? So, to me, this kind of smells like, it's a bit like another one of these fragrances. There's some quite happy fragrances in this rotation, actually, that smell a lot like the 90s. I would suggest you try this fragrance if you can. I think Anuj might have some. This is a tester he gave me, which was very kind, and it shall be getting somewhere in the summer because, like I say, it's a happy, uplifting kind of fragrance. Don't know it that well yet, so I can't really give you like an in-depth, like even like a not in-depth, like a shallow description. You know, can't even give you that. Anyway, on to our next happy fragrance, a resident recently in the fragrance rotation. Something that I absolutely love, everybody loves, smells amazing. The fill level is almost gone, and I shall be wearing this all the time. And it is Luciano Pavarotti. Fabulous. Awesome sauce. I love this stuff. It is patchouli, honey, lavender, a little bit of citrus at the top. It just smells like happiness, you know? And that's a 125ml bottle. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of Pavarotti. It's going to be time to crack open a new bottle, which I will do next year. Once I finish this bottle, I shan't be opening a new one straight away. I shall rest Pavarotti, unless it gets too much. This, for me, I try to keep this in the spring and summer rotation because it smells like light daylight and warmth and happiness. You could certainly wear this in the autumn and the winter if you wanted to. It's got that kind of depth and edge to it. Sorry, edge is the wrong word. It doesn't have any edges. It's very rounded. It's very smooth. It's so good. It's so good. Next up, in keeping, I imagine Tino Cosma is Italian, but I could be wrong. It is an Italian, so we've had Tino Cosma Italian, Luciano Pavarotti is Italian, and next up, in fact the next two are Italian, and this is Francesco Smalto Pohomme. I have reviewed this, I believe. I absolutely love it. This is a fantastic fragrance. It is smoky Italian leather, black leather jacket, oak moss, lavender, a little bit of star anise, which shows up in the next perfume as well. Or does it? I don't know, actually. I might have said that, and I don't think it does. This is fucking fantastic, to be perfectly honest with you. I highly recommend you try and dig out a sample from someone. I think Anuj might have minis, but I could be wrong. Or a full bottle, if they're out there. And they are. There's a bottle here and there. Don't worry. This is brilliant. I love it. Leather. It's strange how there's a couple of leathers in here as well. There's been some warm days here this week, but there's also been some slightly overcast days as well. That's British summer for you. Very strange weather, you know. Next we have one of the premium principal Italian designer fragrances of the mid-90s, and this is Dolce & Gabbana Pohomme. I need to review this as well. This is lavender, lemon, fresh, clean tonka bean, sandalwood, clary sage, cinnamon. Gorgeous. I think that this is better than By Man by some considerable distance, actually. But I think they've got a lot of similarities in there. I think there's a large dose of ethyl maltol in there, actually. Something sweet. Not a large dose, but a dose of it, you know. It's noticeable. It's sweet, but it's rounded. I can't remember who the perfumer was. In fact, I don't know who the perfumer was. But this smells like summertime. It's got some tobacco to give it some like gravity, you know, a bit of heft, bit of strength. Great performance for a freshie as well, actually. If you're looking for the vintage, Euro Italia is the one you want, if at all possible. So this is just a 75 ml, but I've got my other bottles of it. I've got like 2 or 3 other backups of it as well, because it's fucking very, very nice. I intend to wear that more. This is one of the good things about not having as many fragrances for a certain season, is that you can get to the stuff you love more, you know? You don't find your collection being diluted by stuff that you don't love as much as things like Dolce & Gabbana Pohomme. Next up, yesterday. Yesterday I wore a classic, for me personally, and possibly nobody else. I rarely see anybody talk about this, but it is great. And this is Cologne Royale by Dior. 250ml spray bottle. You can just lather yourself. I reapply this like 5 times a day. And it smells fantastic. Nobody can dislike this. Like, intensely dislike it, you know. Nobody would be offended by it. It's just citrus, neroli, and musk. That's all it is. There's nothing special about it. It's a decently performing cologne-style fragrance. I prefer it over Cologne Blanche, but then again, I smelled this first, so it might not be like the fairest comparison, you know. Cologne Blanche was out a long time before this. This is Demachy's version. I think it's one of the better perfumes he made for Dior, actually. And I love this because I can just thrash it on. You can see the dent I've put in that. I mean, I've used over 125 mil. I've probably used about 135, 140. Kicking on for 150 maybe. And this will be gone one day. I don't think I'll replace it. I might do. It's very basic, but it's very, very nice, especially in the heat. And today, my scent of the day, we shall apply. Reapply, even. Oh. It's running. It's not running out, but it's getting there. This is L'Instant de Guerlain Pohomme Eau de Parfum. Chocolate, patchouli, citrusy top. Fantastic performance. Smells happy, smells nice. Smells uplifting, bright, sunny. But this is a signature scent. You could wear this on any day of the year. You could wear this on Christmas Day if you wanted to. Or you could wear it on the 25th of June. Or indeed the 4th of June, which is today. And I am wearing it today. I love this stuff. I'm going for happy vibes today. Not today, this summer. And this is really good. I really like it. Like I say, performance is good. I don't know if I've reviewed this. I might have. I can't remember. But yes, this is my scent of the day. This has been my fragrance rotation for the week ending the 4th of June 2023. I hope you have enjoyed this video, my friends, and I will see you all again soon.